Well, we're getting the answer to a question that I asked on my platform a little over an hour ago. James Harden is opting out of the last year of his $47 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. I know everybody's going to go into a frenzy out there. Be clear. This does not mean James Harden is leaving Philadelphia. As a matter of fact, I'm more inclined to believe that James is going to stay in Philadelphia for at least 2 to 3 years. What James is doing is giving the Sixers some financial flexibility. This is actually a move that favors Philadelphia. You would have had to pay James Harden $47 million. Because you gave away Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond, the Sixers would have did it. Keep in mind, if they would have lost James Harden in free agency this offseason, you don't get $47 million back. So if you're Philly, you wanted to keep James Harden, but you wanted to lower that cap hit per year, and James is working with the franchise. This is a great move from Philadelphia. By the way, the rumors are James started his offseason regimen early. He's already been working out, and his only goal is to bring a championship to Philadelphia right now. That's the word around the NBA blogs and NBA plugs out there. James has been working hard, getting that body together for next year in Philadelphia. If that is true, this is just another gesture that James is all locked in as a Sixer. Again, what's going to likely happen is the Sixers are going to give James a new deal, probably around $35, $36 million a year. That's better than $47 for one more year. And if you're James, the incentive for you is, yo, I want 2 to 3, 4 more years. I see my game starting to break down. We'll see if he can get back to that level that he was a few years ago when he was MVP of the league. If you're James, it's like, yo, I'll take $10 million less off the front for the per year, but I'm going to get that back in blood in a 3 to 4 year deal. It's clearly more important to James Harden to get more years than it is more money per year. I would expect the Sixers and James to land on a deal around 3 years, $110, $120 million, somewhere around there when it's all said and done. And he'll be locked up for Philadelphia for at least 3 years. If you're the Sixers, look, if you got to keep James Harden for 3 years at a lower cap hit, you got to take it. As a matter of fact, I already told you guys about the P.J. Tucker deal that's likely in the works. You're going to have P.J. Tucker added to that Philadelphia mix. That's what James Harden did. He's going to take less and most likely end up getting his man's P.J. Tucker paid. So shout out to James Harden, Philadelphia, for doing business that makes sense for the both of them. He's opting out of the last year of his deal, but be clear. Trust your boy on this one. Harden ain't going nowhere. The only teams with cap money are places that I couldn't see Harden playing basketball at. He's going to lock back in with Philadelphia. It's just going to be at a lower number per year, but for more years.